The effects of the housing crisis are far-reaching and, at the most extreme, can culminate in homelessness. There are many and often complex reasons why people can find themselves without a home, but we looked into why the number of homeless people, and especially hidden homelessness, continues to rise, and whether rough sleeping in Britain will ever become a thing of the past.
It's 8 a.m. in Whitechapel as a cafe prepares to serve its loyal customers. But this isn't a normal greasy spoon in East London. This is the Whitechapel mission, feeding the capital's rough sleepers.
Our first member of staff gets in at 3 o'clock in the morning, and that's to get the showers ready and make sure all the towels and all the equipment's there. And then we'll open at 6 o'clock in the morning.
The mission offers service users showers, a choice of fresh new clothes, teas, coffees and breakfast, and any emotional or practical help that they may need, at a time when the homelessness crisis has never been worse.
There's a lot of discussion in the press at the moment how the numbers have doubled in the last 10 years. It is an ongoing problem that has not been addressed by a red, a blue, a green or a yellow government, and it is becoming a larger and larger problem.
Government policy on homelessness, particularly in England, is seen to be in some cases good and in other ways defeating its own purpose. So on the one hand, we do see good focus on homelessness, and the Homelessness Reduction Act is a great example of that. But on the other hand, welfare restrictions, things like the benefit sanctions regime are directly making people homeless. The worst end of that, rough sleeping, is around 9,000 people every night. That's gone up a large amount, particularly in England, in London, but also in other cities. We see now places like Brighton, Manchester, Cornwall, and Glasgow and other places where the increase is for all to see.
If I didn't wake up tomorrow, sometimes I think it'd be a blessing, because then I wouldn't have to do another 24 hours of this. It's horrible.
And of course, when it comes to homelessness, the crisis isn't just about rough sleeping.
Hidden homelessness is about those people who don't show up in the kind of statistics and are not those on waiting lists for social housing or on the streets. They're the people who are sleeping on sofas or kitchen floors. Political will is what is going to solve homelessness in the UK. It is completing the safety net so that everyone qualifies for help, making sure there's enough affordable, accessible accommodation for people, and crucially, once people are housed, giving them the support they need to stay there.
And it's that support that the Whitechapel mission agree is crucial.
I always say coming into life skills is saying, I want that bit of help. I need that bit of help. And so they come through the door, and the idea is to treat them with respect and dignity. The mission is special. It is special because it will give you shoes if you've got none. It will give you food if you've got nothing. And most of all, love. Something that a lot of people don't have. As much as we are in this job and we're doing what we ought to do to help, it comes from the heart.
There's no doubt that the work the Whitechapel mission does changes and even saves lives. But for a charity which started over 100 years ago, how is it possible its services are still required in 2018?
This service is an insult to society. What we're actually saying is that society is broken to a point where centres like this are still required in 2018. We should be ashamed of ourselves.